Hello, humans. Well. I'm a YouTuber now, and today we're gonna start doing YouTube videos. I have this handmade sketchbook here, made by my fiance Jessie. You can see the fibers in the cover, as well as all the pages in this book are also handmade, and it's hand bound. She bound it as well. It's amazing. So we're gonna be drawing in that today. And I'll be talking over my process as well as introducing myself to you all. Opening up to the first page, I'm going to make this into a series, our first ever YouTube series. I've drawn plant cities in the past, like that one, and we're going to revive it for YouTube. And today, I'm going to draw a mushroom city, putting our micron pens off to the side, grabbing whatever pencil I have nearby. I don't really worry about what I have or don't have. I just try to use the tools that are near me, unless I absolutely need to grab some new stuff. I drew a couple of mushrooms using this pencil, taking my time with each line, and once I'm done with the line work of the plant itself, or the fungi itself, we're going to add some rectangles and squares. This is kind of my process for drawing cities around certain things. It gives me a nice blueprint or an idea of where the buildings are going to be placed. And once I'm satisfied with that, we're going to grab our pen. Today, I think I went with a 02 micron pen. A lot of these ones are older, so I probably do have to re-up on my pens. So I was originally going to use a 005, but we're going to go with the 2-sized one, starting off with the buildings, adding some roofs to it. You can see a close-up of how small I'm drawing. It's about a little bit larger than the quarter the building is, that is. Taking my time with each window, adding as much detail as I can cram into the small space as possible. Some ledges, as well as some interesting brick texture to the wall. A nice frame for the window, and some more, details. My favorite part is the nice little shine in the glass. Moving forward, though, we are going to continue the same windows in that building, and just kind of working my way down, off to the side, up, filling all those rectangles in with all the fun little details. A little about me. I've been drawing ever since I could hold a pencil, pretty much. I'm 28 years old now, and I've been drawing that pretty much that entire time. I like to draw all sorts of weird stuff, usually anything that makes me feel good, or that I like to draw. I try to weave in the fun factor in making art as much as I possibly can. If I'm not having fun, I usually take a step back and try to figure out how I can make the journey really exciting for me. I'm a big fan of Where's Waldo and what's the word I'm looking for? Speculative biology and all sorts of books I grew up reading, a lot of cross-section books I liked, and I'm a huge fan of cartoons. You can kind of see that in my work. A big inspiration of mine is Adventure Time and just Flapjack, Chowder, Cartoon Network specifically. I grew up pretty much obsessed with, still am, all of those shows. You name it, I was obsessed with it at one point, except for Johnny Test. I didn't enjoy that one very much. I don't know. No hate, I guess, but it was just a little too fast for me. Moving on to the drawing, we are adding our line work to the mushrooms now, adding some details here. Not worried too much about the pencil lines itself, just taking my time. Sometimes the pencil lines add a nice little effect that the pen can't do. These kind of drawings are honestly some of my favorite. I feel like they tell so many different stories just by looking at them. Like, who lives there? Why do they live there? How do they live there? And is there a purpose? Are they just exploring? Or is it something that they're just temporarily living in until they're done mining the oil? I don't know. It's up to you, I guess. Let me know in the comments if you have a story for this piece. And since I'm going to make this a series, I leave it up to you to decide what kind of plant you want a city or a town, village kind of thing built around, inside. Let me know in the comments. And I'll try to pick my favorite, or maybe the top comment, whatever comment gets the most likes, if anybody's watching my YouTube videos right now. But we'll see. Now, switching over to the color for this piece, I'm using Ohuhu alcohol markers specifically. I have a whole bunch of them. And I went with a nice tan color for the stem of the mushroom, working my way down, and I tried to include as much real-time footage as I could, especially now with YouTube. It seems to favor longer videos. So this was kind of a nice change of pace from my TikTok videos, where I constantly was having to shrink all of my footage down into like a small, quick viewing session. Now I can just kind of take my time and ramble on forever about absolutely nothing. So if that's what you're into, feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want. Now, using a nice orangey cantaloupe color for the cap of the mushroom. Taking my time, you can see how fast I'm adding the color. I'm trying to go a little bit faster with color over the micron pen, because if I take my if I go over the lines too slow or too frequent, the ink tends to bleed, so I have to be very gentle around those lines. A darker orange color, and then mixing the two colors together to a nice fun gradient. That was a challenge. I'm not the best at it, but I think the end result here turned out pretty nice. Now I'm sure there's names for each individual portion of these mushrooms, so the underneath part of the mushroom is what I'm going to call it. A nice orange-yellow color with a nice brown towards the middle. And then now, after the mushrooms, we're going to color our buildings. This was pretty random. I grabbed I just trusted my gut. Went with the first color that I thought of. Oh, that would look cool. Okay, I'm going to put it on the paper. That's pretty much what was going on in my brain when I was doing this. Now, the options for what other plants and critters, fungi, whatever, I could even do it on the back of an animal. So if you have any ideas, let me know. But the options are endless, really. I could do a city in a bush, like a berry bush, or a piece of grass. I don't know, even smaller than that. You know, a speck of sand. Not sure, a rock. Yeah, options are endless. After coloring the grass a nice honeydew melon color, I grabbed a gel pen to add just some nice subtle highlights. Don't really know what I'm doing there, but I thought it would look cool. And I think it does. And there we are. The end result is a nice mushroom town. Let me know who lives here in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Feel free to hit the like button. That's kind of fun to say. Hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Wow, I like that. I think I could get used to this YouTube thing. I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, so this is pretty exciting. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have the most beautiful day possible. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.